Here are my 3 dark horses to push for the playoffs for the remainder of the EFL season. Start with the Championship, and I'm going to double down on my pre-season prediction with Norwich City. I had them to finish 6th. Hasn't really worked out that way so far. I even made a video in October saying that I thought they were going to climb the table. Well, they're finally starting to. Look at this, the red hot form, 5 wins out their last 6, and the one loss was away at Middlesbrough, 1-0, a narrow loss against a team at the top of the table. They are not far off it at all, 8 points in a really inconsistent Championship season. That's 3 or 4 wins, and that puts them in the playoff race. They've looked so much more solid since Clement's come in. They've ditched the 5 at the back, which just wasn't working. They got 4-2-3-1. The partnership of Cordoba and McConville looks brilliant. McConville is playing out of his skin. They brought in Toure. He scored 3 goals against Oxford in midweek. It's FA Cup at the weekend. They've then got Birmingham at home, another playoff rival. They've got Sheffield Wednesday at home, where they can expect to get 3 points. They're then away at Leicester in a relegation battle. I think after those 3 games, we'll see if my theory is correct. League One, I've gone with Reading, although I was torn between them and Peterborough. There looks to be 2 spaces up for grabs in the playoffs at the moment. I think those top 4 are going to run away with it a little bit. Bradford obviously have the games in hand, but they have dropped in form recently. Peterborough is an obvious choice because of their form recently, but I have avoided it because I just think Reading are more solid in general. Yes, they do concede quite a lot of goals, especially recently, but I just feel they've got a real good balance now, especially in the back line. They've got one of the best midfields in the league, in my opinion, especially when Charlie Savage comes on. Here are their next 6 fixtures, most of them against teams in the playoff race. A lot of home games. I think we'll really see where Reading are at after these 6, definitely. League 2, I've got Gillingham. No, I've got Accrington as the dark horse. Gillingham are definitely not making the playoffs. Look at the form Accrington are on. In their last 8 games, they've won 6. They had a brilliant away win at Notts County. They just beat Salford at home. That's a cracking win. A lot of people, including myself, had them in a relegation battle. I definitely think their form and their push away from the relegation places is going under the radar. At the moment, they're 6 points off. That's only a couple wins with a game in hand. And they're a really solid side, especially at home. Rawson basically just heads out everything that comes into the box. They've got a real nice balance between experience and youth. And tonight they've got this crunch game that could pretty much blow my theory out of the water already against Grimsby. With Grimsby's form, by the way, they are also a dark horse, but I think they're a little bit more well known in terms of being in a playoff race. So there you have it, my dark horses for the EFL: Norwich City, Reading and Accrington Stanley.